Coffee. Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee. Coffee with Tim Black. What up, people? How you doing? This is a live recording. It's been a couple days. It's been crazy at the house. Last day of spring break. Hope you guys are doing well. It's a lot of news to cover, as you know. Lots been going on. I want to get to that. I'm going to start in the order of least freaking despicable. I'm going to start in the order of least despicable garbage to cover, but I am going to be going back and forth with my chat room because I want to talk to people, man. We've been, it's a lot going on, so let's get into it, guys. Shout out to Momo Pineno for the editing he's going to do on these videos, and all the people in Tim Black's Wolf Pack. I appreciate y'all. Give it up for yourselves for being here. The least controversial story that I have to cover, just trying to get caught up on all the news, is United Airlines. All right, so as we know, United Airlines faced a large amount of backlash because they were pulling someone off a plane. This doctor they pulled off the plane, the Dr. Dow, resulted in large amounts of horrible publicity for a company that just doesn't need it. I mean, the airline industry is pretty much packed with competition. Last thing you want to do is have your name in the dirt. And that's exactly what happened after they displaced Dr. Dow because, well, not because they overbooked, which was a misstatement a lot of people made, and I think I made it too. They weren't overbooked. They were booked just right. They bumped passengers because they wanted to unbook passengers to fit in their own personnel. So I know on a show I did Friday, I had Freedom Friday, one of my callers called up, Don Bay from Missouri. Hope you don't mind me putting you out there, Don Bay. But heck, man, you from the great state of Missouri. You should be all right with it. Don Bay said, hey, man, this happens a lot, and this is not a big deal. I mean, he could have just complied. And to that I say, brother, yeah, he could have, but he didn't want to, right? So as much as I understand what you're saying when it happens to different people, minorities, and Dr. Dow is a minority, but I get what you're saying. When it happens to black folks specifically, people say, you should have just complied. Look, man, I get what you're saying, but still, these funky bastards over at United Airlines need to learn a lesson, and I think they did. And when I call out wrong activity by a corporation, man, I never do so just based on color anyway. I do it because they're wrong. So wrong when they unseated Dr. Dow, right? Wrong if they unseat Tim Black too. Wrong if they unseat, I don't know, a native indigenous person. I don't care who it is, man. We need to get rid of this policy. And if you got to fly a separate plane for your crew, do it. How about making them do an Uber? So anyway, the news on United Airlines has been updated is that they're now removing from their policies the whole unbooking garbage. Maybe they should reserve a couple of seats for their attendants. United Airlines is changing the company policy that will no longer allow crew members to displace customers already on board an airplane. The change comes, as you know, after Dr. Dow. So this is a small little, I don't know, consolation. I guess maybe United Airlines doesn't want to pay as much money as I think they're going to end up paying at the end of the civil suit that Dr. Dow was going to press against United Airlines. Let's get this right. I don't have a problem with all corporations. But once again, I have a problem with corporations who do the wrong thing. When they treat customers like garbage, you can expect me to hang my foot squarely in your hind parts. Or hind parts. So anyway. That's the update. United Airlines changing their horrible policy. And I hope the rest of the flight industry follows suit. All right. Give it up for that, guys. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. Let's see what we got in the chat room. Let's do that after each one. Let me see who's chatting. Grandma Christine said somebody explained that United was counting on increasing its business in China. They really need to get China. Well, this probably won't help. You know what I'm saying, Grandma? You know, it's not good. And that's why, you know, these types of policies, when they go viral, people need to realize that we have smartphones. You know, I don't know what world they live in where they think they can do crap like put hands on people, and that doesn't make you look horrible. It does. And then it goes viral. It's just not worth it. Better to walk away. All right? Better to walk away. Let's get a couple more. George Massey says once he had checked in and seated, he has a right to stay in his ground. Hey, man, that right to stay in ground, huh, George? I feel you, man. And, you know, it applies to a lot of things. But, yeah, once you pay and have a seat, man, and got all situated, who the hell want to be pulled off a plane for no reason? Why would anybody defend that, man? You can't defend that. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's wrong. You wouldn't want it to happen to you. You would be pissed off, too. And if you took your time getting off the flight, they put their hands on you, it only escalates, right? In fact, there was a story over the weekend where a couple that was supposed to be going to get married were pulled off a flight. And they were hell of a pissed because, you know, they're going to get married. And they were just randomly chosen. That's what they say. The airline says, that's not what happened. So, broken carpenter. What did the broken carpenter say up there? My scroll reel isn't working. Broken carpenter says, pay for my seat. My ass is in it. Not my problem. It's overbooked. And once again, broken carpenter, it's not overbooked. It's booked to capacity. They are overbooking it on their own. Like it's already, they don't sell seats they don't have. What they do is start erasing seats to fit their own people in. So don't you know your people need to travel? Doesn't United Airlines have the ability to know that if they have airline workers that need to travel place to place? Well, why don't you already have that factored in? Because they don't want to risk not having one seat open that doesn't get filled or two seats that don't end up getting filled. That's why. And they don't do enough planning ahead of time to make sure this crap doesn't happen. And when it does happen, they say, what the hell? They just people. Move them. They just pay to be here. Move them. What they going to do, drive? You know, this is a horrible, horrible like attitude towards the people that keep you employed, towards the people that pay the bills for United Airlines. That's what I think. Surreal in the house. What's up, Surreal? I tell you guys. Now, my next story is a little funny, guys. Let's move on to the next one. If you guys cool with that.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Because the Tim Blacks Wolfpack ain't falling for no banana in the tailpipe. Let's go to the next one. I got another one that's I think it's going to be real interesting, man. Folks, your boy's up there. That's your guy, right? That's your guy. All right. I've been saying for a long time that Alex Jones seems to be playing a role. I don't think he believes half the stuff he says out of his mouth. I've been saying that for years. And I do mean years, people, because I don't believe half of the stuff he says that he even believes it. But for some reason, he sells it with such compassion and vigor, people buy into it. Well, proof to the point that Alex Jones is full of crap, in a lot of cases at least, is a lawsuit where his lawyer argues you can't hold Alex Jones accountable because, hey, he just playing a role on YouTube, man. It's just a role. It ain't real. How does that feel for all you Alex fans? Come on, tell me how you feel about that. To know that the guy who you've been championing, this guy you've been buying the vitamin pills and the vitality and all this stuff and listen to the you know, body parts in Pepsi Cola and everything was staged and nothing's real and it's all a hoax. This guy now says, hey, you can't sue me because, hey, I ain't real. I just joke a lot. That's Alex Jones. I want to know how you feel about that. InfoWars host and co-founder and founder is playing a character, his lawyer said in a recent custody hearing. He is a performance artist. Randall Willett, told the judge, according to the Austin American-Statesman. That's right. See, he's got a custody battle with his wife, and he's saying, hey, man, nah, man, I'm stable. I'm just joking when I yell and holler and scream and talk about 9/11 was a joke, it was a hoax, and when I say Sandy Hook never happened, these are just jokes, man. I'm a comedian. I ain't real. You can't hold me to the standard of being real. Anything I do on my show is for theater. It says it right here. His lawyer argued it in court. He's playing a character. And I know that's got to burn. Oh, that's got to burn. You don't like that. See, I've been thinking this for a while, and maybe some of you may agree with me. Even when Alex Jones is right, the fact that Alex Jones is saying it takes credibility from whatever he's talking about. Because he, himself admitting, his lawyer admits, he plays a character. So when he takes up a champions an issue like, I don't know, WikiLeaks, he reduces the veracity of WikiLeaks because he is a character, because he is purposely full of crap. And he's selling it, and he keeps on selling it. So instead of saying, hey, Alex is right sometimes, so, we got to respect that, we need to say no. Because when he touches something that's good, it turns to shit. That's the attitude we need to have. That's how you need to see it from now on. You need to see it the other way. He delegitimizes important issues because he is not real. I want to know what you think about Alex Jones and the new revelations that Alex Jones is just a guy playing a role similar to Spider-Man with your emotions and the truth. Comment below and send me email at tim@timblacktv.com. Pathetic. All right, guys, that's your guy. That's your guy, Alex Jones.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Yeah, that's the guy. Let's see. Anybody talking about Alex Jones? Any thoughts about Alex Jones? Bruins for Cornbread said we're Tim Black Daytime. Yeah, man, I got to get these videos done, and I like doing it and conversating with my crew, man, which is you. So this is great, man. Works for me, man. It's so crazy. Let me scroll down. Eric says Alex Jones is just like a mainstream media news reporter. Alex Jones is fake news. He's worse than fake news, Eric. He's worse. He's a character. I don't know, man. It's pretty bad, It's pretty bad. Because the people believe, I don't know. You know what, Eric? You may be right. Maybe it's the same thing as fake news. It just seems worse. Because people who watch Alex Jones won't watch mainstream media. So at least to me, it pisses me off more because he's taking a large segment of people who trust independent media, and he's giving them BS. So that, no one watches Alex Jones and Rachel Maddow, but you may watch Rachel Maddow and Bill O'Reilly. I don't know. It just seems a little different. Baby flavored soda. That's exactly right. I did some videos on this stuff like a year ago. Like, Alex Jones, man, come on, man. You can't be real. Come on, man. Come on. He's real. Fake. Real fake. Mike Jarrett said at least he's fighting for his kids, though many men aren't. Goodness gracious. Come on, Mike Jarrett, man. You're going to make excuses, dog. Dog. There are a lot of men fighting for their kids, man. They're not lying to millions of people. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. There are a lot of men, man, that love their kids, bro. We love our kids. I love my kids. You love your kids, Mike. You have kids, Mike. We love our kids, Mike. Do not stand up for this crap. This is an admission. I can never say I'm just playing a character role. You know, like I'm just up here like, you know, doing the acting on a script or something. Come on, man. And then you want people to take you seriously? Seriously? Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? I know you feel me, Mike. I know you feel me. Don't fall for it.
Man, I ain't falling for no banana in my
I know you
tailpipe.
smarter than that, Mike. You just saying, hey, the guy had to say what he had to say in court. Is that what you're saying? Maybe he's just going along with it because he want to get his custody of his kids. Well, that's different. Well, then, you know, that may be one thing to say. But he can't say it publicly. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of 50 Cent, who had to come out and say, hey, when the people come looking for their money because he owes all this money or whatever, and he's not paying it or whatever, and he's like, well, you know, I'm a fake. I don't have all this money. I just flashed that on Instagram. I'm really broke, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I thought of. Wish I'd have put that in the video. I thought of 50 Cent with all the money all the time, always breaking out all this money. And then when they said, hey, you owe us money, where the money at? He's like, oh, look, man, I don't have no money, man. That's not real. I'm a Instagram faker. I don't know, dog. I don't know. But see, 50 Cent is not beaming into TVs and tablets and smartphones with people who are listening to him, making choices politically, reacting, doing things politically behind Alex Jones. Some people are stocking their basements with food. Come on, dog. People are stocking their basements with food because of Alex Jones scared the hell out of them. Ain't nobody stocking their basement no food because 50 Cent put out a rap album, y'all, or made an Instagram post. I love you guys, man. That's what's up. I love you guys.
Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
All right, guys. Let's. Oh, let me get one more shout out, man. Dragon Ate Me too. Dragon Ate Me says he's just in it for the money. Alex Jones is just in it for the money. Could be. I tell you. Brom SL1 says, it wouldn't surprise me if Alex was a CIA plant. I don't know, man. You know what? Remember that guy from the Gong Show? I know Momo remembers his name because we was going to use him in a Harvey something. Remember that guy, Momo? He recently passed away, didn't he? He was a CIA plant. I don't know. Maybe Alex Jones is an updated version of that. All right, guys. So we're about to get into some deep water now. The next two stories are going to be epic. At least they're going to be controversial, okay? So let's just go ahead and get ready for that now. It's good to see you again, George Massey, my brother. Give it up for George Massey, man. It's my guy. No hard feelings, George. We miss you. Much love to George Massey. Let's do it. That's it, Margie. Margie, you know what's up. Margie, give it up for Margie, knowing what's going to be coming next. What's coming next soon? It's coming up. You know I do. We're going to talk about Steve Stevens. But first, before we go to Steve Stevens, let me go to something else that's very controversial, guys. All right? Very controversial. We got to talk about it, right? All right. It's going to be something. Trump protesters, Trump supporters clashed at Berkeley. In fact, many people across the country marched in opposition to Donald Trump this weekend. We're talking 150 different cities. It's crazy. You think the election was still going on. They're resisting what's already been in place. They want to unseat Donald Trump, and they want to let the world know they do not accept his presidency, not one bit. Problem is, what's happening at these protest rallies? We're getting violence upon violence. Now, what you see here is a picture of this guy, Nathan D'Amico. This guy, Nathan D'Amico, let's make sure I got his name right. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Let's just call him white nationalist guy. This white nationalist guy is punching the hell out of this Antifa woman. Now, if she's not an Antifa or the anti-fascist people that show up at these rallies wearing all black. She's doing a great impersonation of one. And for the record, guys, I do not applaud, support either one of these people and either one of these groups at all. All right? I don't agree with the violence at all in these protests. I don't think it solves anything. If anything, it's just used by media to make money. All you're doing is helping Fox News, CNN, MSNBC. That's all you're doing. You're going out there, you're getting into fights. But this specifically, I can't co-sign this garbage, man. This man sucker punches. And you say it's not a sucker punch because he was facing her. Okay. He was facing her when he lunged in and punched a woman in the mouth. Punched her in the jaw. I never said she was an angel, and she's not an angel because on social media she said she was going there to mix it up. Okay? And she got messed up. She got socked in the face. But I don't support it, guys. I will not support men beating women. I don't care. That's me. You think it's okay? Fine. I don't. I don't support that type of nonsense. Anybody who puts their hands on a woman just because she pissed him off is a coward, is a jerk, is a sucker, is a punk, is a lame. That's what this guy is. And that has nothing to do with the fact I hate his politics. Guy's the freaking white nationalist that other people, I've seen them on a video for TYT Politics. We made this elaborate explanation for why he hates the blacks. Elaborate thing about basically it all boils down to he don't think black people should be in America. It should take up so much space in America. He doesn't think brown people should be in America. America should be for white people. And a guy like that I don't really have any patience with. But my decision to say he's a piece of crap for punching this woman has nothing to do with that. You just don't do this. Now, I will say this, though, for the record. For the freaking record, I saw some of these Antifa people sucker punching people, too. All right? I saw some Antifa dude hit a guy upside the head with a chain lock, a bike lock. Could have cracked this guy's skull. And he did crack it, it looked like, because the guy was bleeding all over the place. So it's a bunch of horrible activity at these protests. I don't know what the supporters are there doing. We love Trump. He already won. What are you protesting? And what the detractors are doing, we hate Trump. What are you doing? He already won. I don't get it. All right? Maybe somebody could come onto my show and explain to me what marching in the street or what beating each other up has to do with helping or hurting Donald Trump. Instead of taking your freaking energy and devoting it to helping poor people, helping veterans who are homeless, no. You'd rather spend your capital, your time, your body, put your body on the line, your freedom on the line, your lives on the line, your careers on the line, your records on the line to say, we hate them because they like him or we hate them because they don't like him, which is the dumbest idea and only reserved for white people who think it's smart, because it's not smart. I don't want to see anybody black, Latino, or Asian out there doing this crap. Let these dumb young white kids do it if they think it's smart. It's not. You got enough challenges in your life. And you white guys, you're going to realize this too. And you white women going to realize this too. There are enough challenges without you creating more over something that you're doing in the street that don't matter. Where were you at Standing Rock? Some of you may have been there. All right? All right? Some of you may have been there. That don't change the fact that you are here now. This is not a cause. This is anger, hate, and violence. That shit don't help. So I don't care what people think. I don't. At the end of the day, what we have are a bunch of people yelling and screaming and punching and just asking, please destroy my life. Please destroy my life. And all I'm trying to tell you is it'd be better spent in a more productive way that actually will result in some form of change. This will not change anything, whether you agree with it or disagree with it. When it's beating, look, how is beating some guy up in the middle of the street going to change a policy in America? How? How? Maybe somebody would like to come on the Tim Black Show and explain to me how beating someone's ass at a rally who disagrees with you changes something. Whether for or against. Whatever side you're on, don't matter. It's ignorant. There's no strategy. No strategy. Now, back to this before I close out. This guy, dude, you get whatever's coming to you. I heard that he was on a radio show last night where his brother, not him specifically, but his brother called up and said the guy has PTSD or some other problem. He was in Iraq and now he's all screwed up and then he went to jail or I don't know, and he came out of Aryan or I don't know. You know what, look, get therapy, dude. Get therapy, because what you just did is you proved as bad as you see other colors of people, you're worse than them. You're worse than them. Let me know what you think about this piece of crap in the comment section. And feel free to bash or slander all you want. All I do is block you. Keep it on the facts. Keep it on the issues. Do you think fighting in the street changes anything? In my opinion, it doesn't. If anything, you make people who disagree with you stick to their guns more. Because nobody wants to have their ass kicked. And this is wrong. So he'll probably go to jail. Give it up for that.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
All right, guys, let's look for comments. I know this one is one of those situations where, let's see if we can get to it, man. Progressive America says, this just makes it worse, Tim. We need to win the war of ideas. We need to listen to each other. Yeah, we do need to listen to each other. I agree with you, Progressive American. We do. And look, man, I'm glad that you can see that. Some people think if you're not out in the street punching white nationalists or punching Trump supporters, which are not necessarily the same thing, by the way, that you're somehow, I don't know, part of the problem. And that's not, no, that's not it. They use these folks, Antifa and these the Trump protesters, right? They lump you with them and they use you as a recruitment mechanism. Do you understand? You are being used to make people on the left look like out of control. Okay? Violent. Okay? And Trump supporters who are not white nationalists, Looney Tunes who just hate people who aren't white. They're using you. The other side are using you to say what? To say that the right is out of control, that it is violent. Both of you are being used. Both sides are currently being used against themselves. So how does it solve anything? That's all I'm saying. It doesn't. Jewelry by Naylor says, you're right, Tim. We have to find productive ways to change the world for the better. Beating people up solves nothing. Give it up for, come on. Jewelry by Naylor. Give it up. Give it up. That's all I'm saying. It's stupid. All right. Let me get one more. Let's get some more in here. We got a couple more people. My scroll button ain't working. Let me see if I can. Here we go. Ao no Ichi. Antifa started it and they got it back. Dude, it doesn't matter who starts it. Doesn't matter who starts. Why? Listen. Why is there a rally? Why? He already won. What are they rallying about? You know, when we have protests like of a specific instance, like there was a shooting we disagree with, or we want more information from the police, or I don't know, police aren't acting on the citizens' request. Okay, that's a specific thing. Okay? Get what I'm saying? When we have a rally or a protest against a bank or against Haiti money disappearing in the Clintons, or, you know, like specific things. What is the purpose of the rally if not to instigate and cause trouble, drama, violence? What is it? What's the point? Trump's in office. What else do you want? This a victory lap? Is that all it is? It's a victory lap. And don't tell me when people go to these protests, because I'm just not going to read articles to you, but I have read articles where the people who go to these rallies are like, wow, it looks like just a riot. And they left. They went, they saw this is going to be bad, and they just leave. The people who stay, a lot of them now are going to fight. Both Antifa and Trump supporters, and also the white nationalist guys, whether they be from Europa, whatever the name of this guy's organization is. They are going there to fight. They are going there to fight. So, Vagrant Fox. So Vagrant Fox, hey, thanks, man. Look, let's be smarter, right? Let's be smarter. There's nothing to be gained by beating somebody up. It doesn't change anything. Look, if you are Antifa and you think you're doing something by beating up someone, what does that got to do with Trump? What does it got to do with Trump? I don't know. All right, I'm going to go on. I can keep going on. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Mike Jarrett says for a year they have shut out all the speakers going to universities. Yeah, that's a whole nother issue. And you're right, I am for free speech. But you know what I'm not for? I'm not for hate speech, man. I'm not for hate speech. In fact, I have a show Tuesdays and Fridays where people can call up and they can say whatever's on their mind. My only rule is no hate speech. You can't call up saying all black people need to go back to Africa and call that free speech, dude. That shit is not free speech, Mike. It's not. Whether you dress it up in this, well, it's my opinion. Well, you know what? Go say your opinion on your own platform if it involves stereotyping an entire group of people. You're not going to do that on my channel. So no one's saying that anybody who feels that way can't have that speech. They just have to have it on their own platforms. You have to take the time, build up a platform, put years in the game, building up an audience like me, right? And then talk. But you don't get to go on the public platforms that you don't pay for or that you don't own. And think you can say whatever you want. I don't do that. Any place I speak, I was invited to speak, and if the people didn't want me to speak, I wouldn't speak. But I have my own platform because I put time in. Right? I put the time in to create a platform. Anybody can do that. So let's not say it's against freedom of speech, because it's really not. Because the same people that they don't want speaking at their college and they're protesting you coming to the college, they got freedom of speech too. So if this guy, D'Amigo or whatever, if this guy created his own platform and wants to speak whatever he wants to speak, he could do that on his own platform. That's what I think. That's why I have my own platform. That's why I took the time out. That's how I see it, man. We may not agree, but, you know, that's how I see it.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
All right. All right, guys. Yeah, okay, Milo was invited. And free speech invited his ass. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Milo was invited. Typher in one says that Milo was invited to speak. Yeah, he was invited to speak, and he was uninvited because people didn't want him to speak. You know? Hey, Milo still has a platform if he wants to create one. You know what I mean? It's not like he can't speak. It's not like Milo can't speak. It's not like he has a government gag order. You understand? Get my point? It's not as if Milo can't speak. It's not as if you can't listen to Milo if he wants to put out something. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. All right? He can still put up a YouTube. He can still put out an audiobook. He can still speak. He can still do stuff. All right. I'm going to move on, guys, because I'm not going to win with this. You're not going to win. We're just going to continue to disagree. Let's move on to the next one.
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
All right. All right. And you know what? Who cares if you're invited? You can go outside someone's building right now and speak with a bullhorn. You don't need no permission to be invited somewhere to speak. You could just go right now. You can go on any street corner, grab a bullhorn, and just speak. Right? All right. That's all I'm saying. Now, what may happen... All right. Let me keep going, guys. Now, this guy...
All right. Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
This story right here, guys, is... I'm looking for, I know his name is Godwin. What's his first name? Is it Richard? Robert, that's it. I just want to know the victim's name, man. It's like everything plastered is about this piece of crap right here. Very few times am I seeing Godwin, Richard Godwin Sr. Robert. It's Robert Godwin. See? All right. It's been a busy week on the Tim Black TV show. We've been doing a lot of content. It's also been busy here in the studio because my studio is a home studio, and as you know, it's been spring break. But at one point, I received a number of emails about this piece of garbage here. And yes, he's a piece of garbage, and I think we all can agree. If you don't know by now, let me update you to what is happening with Steve Stevens, the man who cold-blooded with savagery, shot down an innocent 70 elderly man by the name of Robert Godwin Sr. I want to tell you that the video that I saw of an elderly man being shot for no reason at all. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning just wrapping my head around what I saw because there's so many elements to it. So let me break this down. This man says he shot an elderly man because he was mad at his girlfriend. Not the 73, not the elderly man's girlfriend. He was mad at his ex-girlfriend. The ex-girlfriend and him had problems. He wanted to marry her. And for whatever reason, that wasn't working out. So he decides to go on a killing spree. He streams it live on Facebook to the world because he wants the world to know how hard it is being him. His life's so fucking hard. His life is so unmanageable because he gambled his money away. He gambled his money away. He is broke. So that's the reason why he should kill someone. His girlfriend broke up with him or is not acting right. So that's a reason to kill an innocent man. Do you understand the level of selfish savagery we have going on with this guy? Right now, this guy's still on the loose. When I woke up this morning, after finally falling to sleep, I was hoping to open up my email and open up my web browser and find that they caught this guy. And not just caught him, part of me wanted to find that they killed this guy. Okay? That's the truth. That's how I felt. Jail is horrible, but I don't want him to go to jail because I'm against the death penalty. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want him to go to jail. I want him to be meted out with justice. And I think that's man, if you cold-blooded, just walk up and shoot somebody who you don't know for no reason and snatch their life away under some stupid, selfish, ignorant, flimsy reason like, oh, my girl ain't treating me right. My money ain't right. No one listened to me. He's 37 years old talking about his mother. 37, complaining about his mother won't listen to him. I know right now there's some people out there who know people like this. Let me tell you something, sugar tits. Grow up. The world owes you nothing. No one owes you nothing. No one owes you attention. No one owes you consideration. No one owes you a bunch of sympathy. No one owes you a good life. No one owes you money. Nothing. Nada. You either get it or you don't. You're in the same boat as everybody else. If every person who was pissed that their girlfriend or their husband or their partner or whatever broke their heart, that they could go out and shoot people because of it, there'd be nothing but bodies everywhere. Do you know how common this is? Do you know how common it is that somebody can get screwed over in a relationship? And that's only if I accept his basis. Because he could be lying for all I know. If every person who didn't like their job decided to go shoot people randomly, there'd be bodies everywhere. Most people don't like their job, you dumb bastard. If everybody who has a bad relationship with their mother decides, I'm going to just blow somebody's brains out, then there would be brains everywhere. There'd be no place to walk because a lot of people don't have good relationships with their mother or their father or their guardians or whatever. There are people who don't even know their guardians, you big baby. And you know what? One thing about this story that I want people to pay attention to is that we're not talking about a 25-year-old person, because they love saying millennials are so spoiled. Millennials are so spoiled, they got to be coddled. We're talking about a 37-year-old man, a man who could raise children, a man who could buy any type of liquor he wants, a man that could go to the moon, a man that could do whatever he wants to do within speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's old enough. There's no limitations on his life, okay? He could run for Congress. He could be freaking run for, 39 as president, right? I don't know how old you got to be to run for president. But I'm saying 37 is not a millennial. So let's stop stereotyping millennials like they're the only ones with these problems, where they think the world owes them everything. This guy right here is horrible. He's beyond horrible. He's a scourge. He is a symptom of what's happening in our cities, in our states, all across this country, with people who can't hack it. They can't hack it. They soft. They're weakened. And don't tell me it's about mental. Okay, if he has a mental problem, he should seek help. You don't get to go. Once you go take a gun and you shoot somebody you off the street, come on, man. I don't have time to listen to, well, it's got a mental problem and things are stacked against them because of, No. You don't get to do that. I don't have to listen to that foolishness. I don't, because there are a lot of people with a lot of problems. And I don't care what color he is at all. I don't care where he lives, how much money he makes, or none of that. Dude has a job to be mad about. Do you understand? He has a job to be mad about. You know how many people don't have a job who can say, oh, I don't have a job, I can't find work, so hey, I'm just going to get a gun and I'm going to go shoot people randomly and blame the world for it. Do you understand what I'm saying? We cannot let this type of crap go unchecked. We have to come down hard like a sack of bricks on this act. And what's going on right now is we have people, because he's still on the run. We have people right now outside, riding around in their cars, looking for him with guns. And you know what could happen because of that? They could accidentally shoot the wrong people because they're looking for this maniac. So they end up shooting somebody else. So this man's actions could impact a lot of other people. Not to mention the police are looking for him. And when the police are looking for a guy like this, they may run up on the wrong person. He puts people at risk. Not just the people that he's hunting, but as authorities try to capture him, he puts other people at risk. You get what I'm saying? Steve Stevens must be caught. Not because he's black, not because he's fat, not because he's stupid, not because he's weak. He must be caught because he's a killer, and he should be caught immediately. I don't want to hear about deportations by ICE. I don't want to hear about traffic stops. I don't want to hear about you guarding Trump. I don't want to hear nothing. Law enforcement community, earn your pay and catch this guy. And if you shoot him, I will not be asking you why you did it. No. And I feel the same way about anyone else in any other situation who's running around shooting people. So save it with the coon talk and all that garbage. Save it. This was a white guy shooting unarmed people randomly. I'd say catch him quick, catch him now. Period. Period. If you want to, look, he'd be better off sucking the barrel of a gun and saving us all the time. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I know he got a mama. Mama, you done screwed up. Mama, you done effed up. Mama, this is horrible. Mama, I know that's your baby. Your baby got to go. That's what I think about Steve Stevens. And that's what I think about anybody that supports Steve Stevens and wants to talk to me about he didn't have opportunity. He's got an opportunity now to be in a casket, the same place he put Robert Godwin Sr., a man minding his own business. Let me know what y'all think about this story in the comment section. It's horrible. All right, so let me go to comments. Are there really people trying to defend him, or are they just saying that for drama? It's not so much defending him, but what I'm trying to cut off, who said that? Let me get him props. Donna Gaffney. I don't know if people are defending him, but when he is brought in dead, there will be people who may say, if he was white, he'd be brought in alive. Okay? A man who shoots unarmed people randomly, I don't see it. I'm not going to let people take that tack. You understand? I'm not going to let you do that. When it's a motorist and we have the data to show that people just react differently to black people and white people. Cops sometimes do that, okay? That's different. This man is a killer with no conscience, just killing people randomly. There is no, oh, we need to handle this a certain way. He has actually had a firearm and used it. Not only used it, he broadcast it. He not only broadcast it, he said he gonna keep it up until he is killed or brought in. That's different. So I want people to have all the facts, but when that happens, when he's caught, and I hope it's soon, I don't want to hear people talking about, oh, if he was blonde-haired, blue-eyed. No, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. No. Not this. Nah, no. No. Not in my house. No. Jordan says, who's falling for excuses? No, we'll just see what happens when he's caught. Jordan. There better not be any. Well, I'll make a series of videos on that ass. Because somebody has to check these people. This is ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? This is horrific. This is savage. This guy gotta go. He gotta go, man. He gotta go. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, Julie Banala. Yeah, we have to disagree. I don't care what his mental disability is. If he kills your father or your stepfather or your grandfather, nah, man, nah. No, I don't want to hear that he got a mental problem. You know what? There are a lot of people with mental problems. They don't do this shit. Okay? There are people with mental problems all over this country. You don't get to hold, he's holding 4 states hostage. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, I don't know. He's holding states hostage. Hostage. Right now. No, you don't get to do that. Hey, we disagree. We disagree. Fine. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to hold states. You don't get to have people who can't take their children to school. There are people who are afraid to take their children to school right now because this guy is looking to kill more people. No, nah. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Tim, you wrong. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm against the death penalty. How do you bring in a guy who says he's gonna kill random people safely? How do you do that? How do you even do that? How do you bring in a guy who shoots an unarmed 70-something-year-old man in the head while the man's collecting cans to find a way to live and survive in this world? How do you bring that guy in safely? If he'll shoot an unarmed man, 74-year-old elderly man, for no reason, what do you think he's going to do to somebody who stops him? What do you think he's going to do to police officers who try to bring him in? That's what I'm saying. If he lays down his guns and strip butt naked in the street, takes everything off and says, maybe then we could bring him in without killing him. Maybe. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to do that. But that's what he would have to do. He would need to strip, already be outside the car, laid in the street like this. That's the only way. Yeah, can't fall back on how tough his life was. Exactly, Bass. He can't fall back on that, man. If, like I said in the video, if everyone whose life was tough took the look, first of all, here goes one thing. He's lying to you. You know why? Because people who snap, they don't say, "Hey y'all, I snapped." People who snap don't say they snapped. That's the one. I should have put that in the video. People who snap, who have a psychological break from reality, do not know they had a psychological break from reality. It's only through therapy do they realize that. Listen, people who are mentally disabled or mentally ill don't know it. That's why they're mentally ill. If you know, hey, I had a psychological snap, I had a break from reality, then you didn't have no damn break from reality, son. Nah, son. Nah. Ladies and gentlemen, you ain't have a break from reality if you knew you was breaking from reality. That's what a break from reality is. So let's not every time somebody does something horrible, we like to judge them based on what we do. We say stuff like, well, there's no way an average rational person would do that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There are rational people who do horrible things. It does not mean that they're mentally incompetent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because you and I wouldn't do it and many other people wouldn't do it doesn't mean that a person who does something horrible is somehow not responsible for what they did because they're mentally disabled. That's not the case. I don't believe that. And you know what? I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but I think I'm correct on this. So somebody fact check your brother Tim Black. Someone said, yeah, what is this crap about Robert Jordan? What is this crap about they blaming video games for this guy? Video games, for real? For real? For real, that's what we doing there. We say video games has something to do with this guy? This guy right here? And Zavala says, less guns. There we go. Less guns. It's guns. It's guns. Look, if this guy does not care enough about life, then he will shoot an unarmed man collecting cans on Easter. Do you think he really cares what our laws are? I'm just saying, if this man does not care about human life to the point he shoots an unarmed man on Easter Sunday in the head for no reason, do you think some law written on some book in some courthouse gonna stop him from doing something? Just a question. Just a question. Just a question. I don't think so. He don't care about no laws. He don't care about no penal codes. Understand what I'm saying? He don't care about none of that. Oh, God. I don't know about MK Ultra, man. Every time someone does something that's... Do you know how many horrible things happen in this country? Every day. Every day. This horrible stuff happens every day. Do you understand this? That there are horrible things going on every day. That we only report on a very small fraction of the hellish, savage, heinous actions that happen every day. One of them bubbles up to the surface because it's marketable. Do you understand what I'm saying? But, dude, ladies, folks, Wolfpack, please, do you think the CIA or whoever you think's behind MK Ultra stuff, do you think they have the resources to be going around the country targeting all these people and then like getting lucky every once in a while that one of them bubbles up and gets notoriety, it gets publicity? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. There are so many stories. If you had the time to look at how many gun-related or just crazy, lack of humanity type activities that go on daily, you would have to assume that this is MK Ultra all over the country, just everywhere, just MK Ultra, because there's a lot of crap going on. This story is just a drop in the bucket. A drop in the bucket. If he had not streamed to Facebook, you wouldn't even know about this story. The reason why you know about the story, because it's tied to Facebook. That is the only reason why the story is even noticed, even put in the limelight. No one would even know about it. You know how many crazy people shoot people for no reason? Not really. I mean, not a good reason. Stepped on my shoe. Uh-oh. Bam. I don't know. Said something about my mama. Bam. Parked too close to my car. Bam. Cut me off on the road. Bam. I mean, there's crazy stuff happening. I mean, just... It's horrific, guys. It's just... I don't know. Well, look, guys, that's all I got, man. Look, thank you so much for tuning into the show. Tonight, you know, H.A. Goodman and I will team up for No Sellouts. We're going to try our best to kill it. There's so much to talk about. I may do another one of these. If you have story ideas, stories that I haven't talked about in this little short segment, email me because I need to do a second edition of this so that we can get more content put out today. You feel me? So hit me up. Tim@TimBlackTV.com. Find me at Real Tim Black or Twitter and on Facebook. I really appreciate you guys, man. This has been your coffee break.
Coffee with Tim Black. Yes, I am coffee with Tim Black.
Shout out to everybody who commented, everybody who shared, and everybody who loves this show. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Stand tall, stand strong.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.